What do we have here? Oh. Eddie Van Halen, definitely, arguably the best guitar player to ever live. We can argue about it in the comments. What guitar player do you know that's better than Eddie Van Halen? I mean, you could say Stevie Ray Vaughan. Both of them rest in power, rest in peace. But come on, who you want to say is a better guitar player? What's Eric Clapton? I mean, who you want to say? Who you want to say is the best? There's a new kid that's even dope. Like, I mean, B.B. King. Like, come on, dude. We can argue about this all day. I'm getting closer to the classics. There's a lot of these songs that I was familiar with as a kid, or that I heard as a kid, I should say. I wasn't familiar with them, but I heard as a kid. I didn't know what they meant, or I didn't necessarily know the verses. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I used a lot of these songs to produce, write, rap a lot of my gangster rap songs in the beginning, and whatever you want to say. I am Krizz Kaliko. I am the only rapper, singer, writer, and producer reacting to videos on YouTube. And this is Getting Closer to the Classics. Let's go.
Krizz Kaliko.
Kaliko?
Krizz Kaliko. Krizz! Oh, they're waking Krizz up. Uh-oh.
Getting Closer to the Classics. This one I have never actually heard. I heard a couple of Van Halen songs, and I will review those on here too if you guys want me to. You got to tell me what you want me to react to in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I want to say share and subscribe at the same time. Subscribe, like, share, and subscribe to this channel, one of the fastest growing channels on the internet. I mean on YouTube, on the internets. I grew 1,000 people over the weekend. Well, over the last week. Sorry, not over the weekend. Over the last week. It may have been this Tom McDonald reaction that myself and Black P did on his channel. I don't know, but I started getting people coming over here before I was even doing reaction channels. But that's beside the point. This is, to me, the best guitar player to ever live. And you know how you just know some of the song? That's what I know about Van Halen. Most of the classic rock songs, I know like some of it. Man, I wanted to get closer to them. This is Eddie Van Halen Eruption guitar solo. Let me see what you got. What you got for us, Eddie? Let me see. That guitar, man. Hold on, before we go any further, what I don't know is what type of guitar did Eddie Van Halen play? Now, I know he played that same one that's red with the white, like looked like they taped it off and then painted it, white tape strip looking marks, but what kind of guitar was that? I actually don't know. Nice. This is like a 13-minute guitar solo. Not the cigarette in the neck of the guitar. Can you imagine me sitting in that crowd, man? The cigarette in the neck, was that always a thing? Yeah, wow. Wow. Man, I'm like holding my body tight, like holding my breath watching this. Face melter. Wow. I gotta stop it right there for 2 seconds. I have never even heard of a 13-minute. Not only have I never heard Eruption, because is that what the song is called? But or is it just, I don't know. Maybe it was a song called Eruption, and this is the guitar solo on the end of it. But I've never even heard of anyone doing a 13-minute guitar solo. I don't know what that. I've never heard of that. Anyway, you notice that when guitar players, those of you who are not familiar with rock that are on this channel, they got to make a face. It looks like it hurts. It looks like pain, but it's just you got to make that face to make that sound come out of the ends of your fingers on the guitar. I guess. I don't know. Dude. Look at the dexterity in the hand. And you gotta keep the mouth. Hold on, dude. How do you jump? Listen, how do you jump and play like that and the cigarette still in the neck? You look right there. If you look right, hold on, let me get my hand right. What? There it is, this finger. If you look right there, that cigarette is still right there. It's still in place. That's crazy. And you think he's done. It's not. Cigarette in place. What do you do with that move? Yeah, that's classic Eddie Van Halen. Jeez. He ain't lying about going to sit down and having a cold one. I need to get a guitar player on here. I need to have a guitar player on here that can analyze this as a guitar player. What in the world? What was tickling the bottom of that doing? Wait a minute, that pause. Sorry. That looked like something else. That was happening. All right. That must be the end. It is not the end. Turns out, not the end. Must have changed so during this part, he must have changed the sound, the tone of the guitar must have changed because it sounds like a keyboard now. You know that I know that there's these foot pedals. In case you guys don't know, I know this much. There's these foot pedals that you can use that are on the floor connected to the guitar, and you can change the sound that's coming out. So when you hear wow, you know what I'm saying, or this sound right here, if it's what is it called when it's going distorted, you hear distortion, you know what I'm saying, they changed that with a foot pedal. Just thought you might want to know that. Not that I'm just know all of this, but I know, not that I know a lot, I should say, but I do know that much because I perform with a band, so I know that they can change that tone. Let's keep going. Got to close your eyes on that part. Get good to you, Eddie. Get good to him. 8 minutes in, just now getting good to Eddie. Oh, boy. Jeez. Can you imagine being there, man? Van Halen in their prime. You can just touch it. You can just touch the neck of the guitar and get that sound. I just started learning how to play. I didn't know you could do that. Here's one other thing I want to tell y'all real quick. Let me pause there real fast. I noticed that whenever I have a band, they just noodle around on the instruments the whole time. Well, if you play an instrument, what is that when you just noodle around on the guitar? Meaning you just touching random notes. They do. This sounds like my guitar player, every guitar player I've had just warming up before we even sound check. What is that? I guess it's called noodling around. I don't know. There's the mouth back open. You can't make it come out right without making faces. Then I gotta look at you. Then I gotta stop and look at you. Huh? Didn't I do it? Did you see what I just did there? Notice he got a wedding ring on. I know at the time, so when I was a kid, it was a show called One Day at a Time with this. She's actually still pretty. Y'all might know her from the Jenny Craig commercials, but her name is Valerie Bertinelli. I do remember that Eddie Van Halen was married to Valerie Bertinelli from the show One Day at a Time. If you just look that up, I got the IMDb app because I got to keep that in case people have times that they want to argue with me about who's on what show and what's what. But I do remember Valerie Bertinelli because she was super cute girl, brown haired, and she a brunette, and she was married to Eddie Van Halen for a while. He might have had a couple of wives, so I don't know what year this particular thing came out, but I do see a wedding ring on there. And is the cigarette gone? Let me see. Is the cigarette's gone? What happened to the cigarette? Come out there, smash on you in baggy dress pants and a tank top. That's what I'm telling you, man. You can't tell me. There's no way in the world you could blame me for using rock to influence my hip hop. Even if it was gangster rap, even if it was conscious rap, whatever it is. You can't tell me that this stuff right here shouldn't be influencing that. That's what y'all missed. That's what y'all missed if you wasn't doing that to influence your hip hop. Pour a finger on you. I see. Okay. The split jump was epic back in the 80s. You had the split jump. Couldn't be a great guitar player unless you did the split jump. You got to do one of them every time. Oh, yeah, baby. Van Halen, dude. Before this gets wrapped up, I got one other question and I need y'all to answer for me. What's the drummer's name and what's the other guitar player's name? I feel like I only saw this dude. Well, not even this dude. This dude is a newer, he was a newer lead singer. Because I remember, dang, what's his name? The other dude. David something, I want to say. David something. I remember that as being his name. But anyway, what's the other dude's names? And are the other dudes named Van Halen too? I know Eddie Van Halen, but I need to. I got questions. I need answers. That's all. Give it to him, Eddie. Wow, dude. Oh, look how long the drums are. That's crazy looking. I ain't never seen no drums like that. Sorry, I hold on. Let me cancel that before something else starts. That is absolutely incredible, man. Eddie Van Halen, the group Van Halen, 13-minute, 5-second guitar solo. And the thing about I noticed about that, you don't even get tired of that. I didn't even get tired of hearing him playing the whole time, like, because he just kept going to different stuff. You got to be creative to keep going to all those different patterns and all of that. No wonder all of these things influence all of my rock, all of my hip hop in the earlier years, all of my country music that I do. And guys, this is amazing. Make sure I need you to get a look at the shirt today. You got to get a look at that shirt today. Boom, bang, bang. And it says, does it say Krizz? Oh, it says Krizz Kaliko at the bottom. I don't want to stand up because this chain weighs like 10 pounds. Why do we do this in hip hop? Why do we wear these chains? I don't know. Anyway, of course, I didn't get to know what that song was necessarily about because it was just about Eddie Van Halen showing how much of a killer guitar player that he is and was. We miss you, Eddie, man. So dope, so influential in rock, so influential in music. Much love to him and all of the other great guitar players that I named today that have gone on. and passed on. We love it. Getting closer to the classics with Krizz Kaliko. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Oh, Cali, baby.
Krizz Kaliko.
Kaliko?
Krizz Kaliko.
Krizz! Oh, they're waking Krizz up! Uh-oh!